Hey, what's up guys, it's Dan and I'm here for another video. Today is going to be the more Mandalorian showcase video. These are a few of the more Mandalorians and just his sort of syndicate that I've got complete at the moment or almost there, and I just want to show them off to you guys, ready for Siege of Mandalore. So I do apologise for the delay in uploads. I've been back at work and it's been very tiring. That's why I did not upload on Friday or Saturday or even Sunday. So I'm uploading this. This will be going up before week 1 Siege of Mandalore, because that video is taking forever to export all the clips over. It's probably, by the looks of it, it's going to be over an hour long. So we might have to whittle it down a bit, but we'll see. So I thought, let's just put a showcase video out for the time being. And yeah, so you guys know what to expect for the stop motion. So to start off with, I'm going to go with the most bog standard one, which didn't really take any customising whatsoever, more of a kit bash, and that is my Prime Minister Almec. I was thinking about this a few days ago, and I think it doesn't do too bad at resembling him. It is more of his appearance from the earlier seasons, of course, not Siege of Mandalore when he's got his Mandalorian armour and everything. I haven't done a hairpiece for him yet. I might be doing one, but when you go and look in the show, his hair is very thin and it's like not really sure if it's worth doing or not. This head is originally a Gandalf head, which I got from the Hobbit. I think it was a blind bag they did with like the newspaper thing where you get them for free when you buy a newspaper. This is just a bog standard blue, light blue torso. Don't know where I even got this from. And then just a dark grey bit here with the light grey legs as well. So he's a very, very bog standard one to do. Shouldn't take too hard. Probably can find the pieces on Bricklink if you really want to do him. I would really want to make his actual Mandalorian armour, like his helmet and that. I might have to look into doing that. I could use some of my helmets that I've got spare. But we'll see, because those paints probably be a pain in the backside to get hold of. But yeah, you never know. That might be happening. Next up, we'll be going with one of the grunts that I made. Each of the Mandalorians I've made so far have different designs for their arms, because I want to make them look more generic and original. Yeah, this guy, I did do quite a lot of painting for him, honestly. It's not just like one standard colour. As you can see, we've got a very dark grey for the legs and the hip piece. Same colour, the jetpack's just a bog standard one. We've got black boots as well. We've got the little design piece here, which is grey. On all of mine, they do seem to vary in size. Some of them are really small, some of them are pretty big. Here's the armour as well. I did go more off the design from the show. I didn't really stick with the actual Lego Mandalorian proportions from the Death Watch Warriors, which I don't really mind doing, as I want to make them look as realistic to the Clone Wars. Because if I just get one of them, the armour does look really small, I think. Whereas in the show, the armour is quite, big. It takes up a lot of the torso. So that's why I've done my one bigger like that. And then we've got a Clone Army Customs Maul Grunt helmet, because you've got the Brawler, the Grunt, the Revan, and then the Horned one as well. But yeah, this I'm pretty sure is just the Grunt one. Really cool helmet, so honestly, really glad I picked these up. I've got more coming from the States, from actually Clone Army Customs. These are from Firestar Toys. They're a reseller of them. But yeah, definitely pick up these before everyone starts hopping on the bandwagon of making a Mandalorian army. They're definitely worth how much I paid for them. On to the next type of grunt, which is it's technically classed as the Kenobi one in Series 5. When Kenobi goes to Mandalore, he disguises himself as a Mandalorian in this guy's armour, because he drives him onto the ship and presumably kills him. I went with a more red design here, just more red thrown in, because more red on the helmet. I didn't really do much grey, because this helmet doesn't really have grey, it's mainly a black one, so I thought we'll stick with those two primary colours. The only grey we did was on the hips and on the little design here at the bottom. You can see there's like some sort of grey markings. These are supposed to be some battle damage that I've tried to do. I think it came out pretty well, because I didn't want it to be like too overwhelming, like too noticeable. So yeah, that could just be from like blaster bolts or getting hit, dust, I don't know. As I said, different arm design here. and of course, the Kenobi Clone Army Customs helmet, which is probably one of my favourite ones. I do quite like the Revan one, but I think this one definitely tops it. Yeah, I haven't. All the heads are just random heads. It's either this one or just a random head I found. Again, nothing changed with the backpack. We've got red paint here on the backs and on the sides. And yeah, I've tried to throw in some battle damage on these as well. But yeah, I'm really happy with this one as well. Next up, we have my sort of work in progress root cast. Originally, this was going to be a Gar Saxon. As you can see, I've started doing the markings. But yeah, still a work in progress. It's going to be a root cast one. I tried doing horns because how it was going to be Gar Saxon. They just fell off. I did them with clay. They just didn't look that good. So I thought we'll give it a miss. And yeah, I'm going to start redesigning it as root cast. I probably will still keep this body either as root cast one, even though it isn't like it in the show, or it might just be given to as a different Mandalorian. I don't know. So I might have to get some more black torsos. We'll see. Again, another different design on the arm. Nothing changing the jetpack. Oh, and then we have some red here. Might need to patch up the red a bit. As you can see, it kind of goes. And then just the grey there, grey hips, grey. This is what I mean. This bit's bigger here. It's just because this was one of the first ones I actually did. So not as good at painting. You can kind of see my painting's got a bit better over time from doing these. But yeah, pretty cool one. And on to our final one for the showcase is my work in progress Gar Saxon. I'm actually just so happy with how this has come out, honestly. As you can see, it's very grey. Try to keep it as accurate as possible. A lot of grey on the legs. Again, we've got the side pouches here with the red highlights. That's from the show. Try to keep the shoulder pads as well as accurate as possible with the little, I guess, like horn bits on it. Seems to have rubbed off a bit on this side, so I might have to patch that back up. You can see I've done the buckles as well here. Done the orange highlights. The belt buckle as well. This pistol, I just painted it, make it look a bit battle damaged. Jetpack I painted. Not the best painting, I have to admit, but yeah. And this was originally the Shadow Mandalorian Commando helmet from 5-Star Toys, which is Clone Army Customs one anyway. I repainted it to Gar Saxon. I know on Gar Saxon's when he doesn't have all these small horns, but I thought this kind of looks cool like it. So we're going with it. Yeah. So all the red that's on this helmet wasn't there before. I'm going to order some yellow paint so I can do the visor to make it more accurate. So don't worry about that. That's just for the time being. And hopefully in a later episode of Behind the Scenes of Siege of Mandalore, you'll be seeing me completing this guy. But yeah, really, really happy with this one. Probably my favourite one to have done. And yeah, I think that is everything for our more Mandalorians. Next showcase will probably be the Night Owl Bo-Katan's lot of Mandalorians. I'll be showcasing some of them. Most of them aren't really customs, they're more kit bash ones. Because I already had all the parts, like the helmets and everything. I didn't need to do any painting. But you'll never know. By then, I might have done something different. We'll see. Hopefully then get onto a 501st one once my Clone Army custom orders all arrive in. And yeah, we'll see what goes down. But thank you all for watching this video. Remember to go drop a like, remember to go and subscribe. And we're at 211 subscribers at the time of filming this. I'm so happy with that. So let's get it up to 220 by, let's say, next week. And that would just be crazy, guys. And I would be really appreciative of it. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.